YouTube, what's up? I appreciate you for tuning in, watching the channel, man. We're gonna talk about some wild stuff that happened on my Turo experience and while I'm doing it, man. But before we get to that, make sure you hit that subscription button, make sure you hit that notification bell, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this wild experience on Turo. Let's go. All right, so I'm currently a host on Turo, right? And I have 3 vehicles on Turo currently. I have a Chevy Camaro 2013, I have a Kia Soul a 2016, I have a Cadillac ATS 2018. All 3 of these cars are the ones that I have on tour. All trio. And so we're gonna talk about an experience I had with the Kia Soul. Let's go. So we talking Turo, right? It seems like everybody's talking about it, everybody's doing it. It's a great way to make some money. You just gotta do things correctly, you know. And I commend everybody who's on here on Turo or watching this video to understand and learn about Turo, so you could be out here getting this bag too. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, 4 businesses. I like getting the bag in several ways, so I understand why you're trying to get the bag too. But I'm gonna show you how to do it properly. And there's 2 key things you need before you get any car put on Turo. You need trackers and you need kill switches. They go together like peanut butter and jelly, ham and cheese. Whatever you put on your sandwich, that's how they go together. And I'm gonna tell you about an experience I had with my Kia Soul and how the trackers and kill switches helped me. Let's get to it. All right, so let's talk about the 2016 Kia Soul, AKA my cash cow. It stays going. It just stays going. I love the little car because it stays making me money. So, but this particular incident is about an individual who booked the car on Turo to rent for a weekend, had the car for the weekend, but technically they didn't have the car for the weekend because once they rented the car, they actually took my Kia Soul and rented it to someone else. Yeah, they did. You probably like, what? Yeah, they did that. They rented the car on Turo. You know, I checked them out with their license, made sure their license was valid, the whole 9. I gave them the code to the lockbox to get into the car because I got lock boxes on my vehicles whenever I'm not there to manually, you know, help somebody or hand off the key to them. So contactless is what you called it. And had the lock boxes. I saw the guy on my cameras in my security area where I had my cars at. Saw him pick it up. So I saw who was picking it up. Had the ID of him, the whole 9. And, you know, just thinking he's renting that car for the weekend like anybody else rents the car. But he ended up renting that car and rented it to someone else. And I'm going to tell you how I had to find that car, thanks to the trackers and the kill switch. All right, so the car was rented on a Thursday, picked up at 9 p.m. and was returning Sunday at 9 p.m., right? So Sunday comes, I get a call from the guest. He lets me know that, hey, he's going to be running a little bit late. Can he return the car around midnight because he lost his wallet? He wants to extend the car for another day, but he's unable to get access to his card, a whole sob story. And I knew something was a bit off because the card was used and is on file when he rented the car. So it would be nothing for them to just add. He can go in there and add it, and it will automatically take it from that card. So I figured, hey, maybe he just, wherever he's at, and I knew where he was at because I had the trackers, and he was in Orlando, Florida. So I knew where he was at. So I'm thinking, hey, wherever he's in Orlando, maybe he's trying to get a little extra couple hours. I'm not even going to charge you for that because you say you're going to bring the car back by midnight. Okay, cool, no problem. Car never came back by midnight. I talked to him again. I let him know, hey, if I don't get the car back at a certain time, I'm going to have to turn the car off and come pick it up. And that spooked him enough to, or we'll get to that. That spooked him enough to get in the car, and I saw the car start heading 95 north. Seemed like it was coming back to my location, which I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. So the car comes back to Jacksonville, Florida Sunday night, early Monday morning, however you want to put it. Monday, the car arrives in Jacksonville, Florida. I noticed that the car is literally 9 minutes away from my shop where my cars are at. And I contact the guest, can't get in contact with him. Study calling, no answer, no return of text message, just nothing. And I'm still trying to figure out what time my car is going to get back to me. I had to extend coverage on the vehicle because, you know, the car wasn't returned at the time. So I called Turo, let them know, hey, the car hasn't been returned yet. The person said they're going to return it at this time. They have it. So Turo extended the protection on it to make sure that I'm protected while the car is out until it returns. So we move into Monday. Remember, he was supposed to bring the car back Sunday at 9 p.m. It was Monday, new day, going on about noon. It was close to noon where I realized this car, I'm not sure what's going on, but I see it going up and down the road. It's close to my shop, then it goes 15 minutes away, then it comes back. So finally, when it gets closer, I just said I need to go ahead and figure out where this car is at. So I'm gonna go ahead and track. I'm looking on my track to see where it's at anyways. I hop in one of my other cars and go see where this car is at, following the tracker. Now the car is bouncing around from spot to spot. Every time I get to one spot, it moves to another one. I get over here and move over there. I'm like, where the heck? They just bouncing around. So finally, I catch up to the car as it's leaving out of a convenience store. The key is sold, leaving out of a convenience store. I'm in my other car. They don't know. I'm just riding. I'm trying to see who's in the car, where they going, like why haven't they come back this way yet? So finally, the car stops at a gas station, and I'm thinking that maybe he's about to fuel the car up so he can bring it back. Still giving him the benefit of the doubt. So now I never saw him get out of the car when he was at the gas station because I was about 2 car lengths behind. I just saw him turn into the gas station. I turned in a couple seconds later. So now I see that individual coming out of the gas station, walking towards the car. And I noticed that's not the person who I rented the car to, that's somebody totally different. So now I'm at an alert. I'm hot. I feel like somebody done tried me. I'm from Miami, Florida. We built different. You know what I mean? We handle things differently. And a little bit of that old me kicked in that instance because I feel like I was being tried. So that person hops in the car and they drive off, and he's going north as if he's going towards my location, and then he busts a U-turn. And immediately, once he did that, I already had the app up for the kill switch or whatever. As soon as he busted a U-turn and he stopped into this motel, I just cut the car off. You should have saw him. He like jerked and like his head about to pop off because the car just came to a complete stop. So my car, I barely, because I'm just all off of adrenaline now. Like, who is this in the car? How did y'all get the car? My mind is all over the place. So I hop out the car. I approach the individual who's in the car, letting him know I need the keys to the car. This is not your car. Someone had rented it out. I don't know how you got it. Get out of the car. So for a second, he gave me a little pushback, but then once he saw how serious I was and the demeanor that I came with, which, thank God it didn't go a different way because the area that I was in, and it was just a weird area and stuff, but I was able to get him out of the car. His girlfriend was standing in the motel that he pulled into. She came down and they pulled everything out of the car. They had literally all of their belongings in the car. The car was going from Thursday to Sunday. You would have thought somebody had that car for 3 months the way the inside was. It was filthy. I don't even think the word is filthy. I don't know. It's another word besides filthy. Whatever is filthier than filthy, that's what the car was. And I was like, how did this happen in such a short time frame? How? So, long story short story long, finally got them out the car, got the stuff out of the car, had to get my wife to come and to meet me there because I got 2 vehicles there now. I got the Kia Soul, I'm in Cadillac. She comes and she brings one of her co-workers to one of her employees to come and help drive the other car, and just left them there where I found out what happened with that situation. The guy that I rented it to ended up renting it to them for $500, and he said that they can have it for a week. So in their mind, they wasn't going to give the car back to him until Thursday. But because I had trackers and I had a kill switch on there, I was able to track my vehicle down, kill switch the vehicle, retrieve my vehicle because of those two things. So it's very important to have trackers and kill switches in your car. I'm gonna leave the links below this video so you can see which trackers I use, which kill switches I use, the apps that come with them, the subscription fees, the whole nine. All of that stuff is important, man, because you can make a lot of money on Turo, but if you don't have vehicles to do so, then you're not going to have a vehicle to make that money. And thank God I was able to recover my vehicle, because if not, that would have been a vehicle that was just out, and if I didn't have those trackers, I wouldn't have known where it was at or when it was coming back. You know, so this video was just to let you know how important trackers and kill switches are. I have a ton of content coming. I've been on the platform Turo for a little minute now. Everything has been going good. Outside of that, a couple other little small incidents, but it's minute. I mean, things are going to happen. People are going to be people. You're going to experience the wildest things because people are people, but it's still lucrative. It's very lucrative. And I only plan on growing and adding more cars to my fleet. And so also coming back and just dropping more jewels, more knowledge, and more experiences about Turo so that you can use and that you can apply. So make sure you like the channel, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. And then I also got on this platform right here, From A to Z, I have a podcast, man. I sit with entrepreneurs and we talk about business and things that they do and how they got to where they at, and they give information, jewels, all type of stuff, man. So I appreciate you watching. Please make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and get them doggone trackers and kill switches in your cars before you put them on Turo. Trust me, you're gonna need it. On that note, I'm out of here.